Hello everybody and welcome back to Cities Skylines, where last episode we finished redoing our metro work over here as well as putting in this big ol' thoroughfare, and that definitely does seem to have improved our traffic. I think there's absolutely no doubt about that. Just having this improved traffic flow in each of these, I was going to call them arterial roads, but they're not really that at all. This is a bit of an issue. And I'm not sure how I want to handle that just yet. Although, I am realizing that we are missing a set of on-off ramps over here. That's exciting. We'll definitely put those in. So this one should be an on-ramp, and this one should be an off-ramp. Okay. That should hopefully help. Well, I don't know how much it'll actually help, but it should do a little bit anyway. So I did notice that we've got a bit of a garbage and crime issue over here. We have a police station pretty close. Although I'm not noticing any patrol cars. Oh, they're all down here. Okay, well that explains a lot. How about our... we probably should put in a medical center over here. Does that... That does interfere with the coastline. Okay. Instead, we're going to put it right there. Okay. That'll do the trick. Now, as far as this garbage over here goes, I think that's probably because we moved the waste processing complex, is my guess. Yeah. That would definitely be it. Fantastic. Okay. So, we have this major project complete. And the question is... what now? What indeed? Well, we do have some traffic going on in here. For sure. It looks reasonably okay. Yeah, this isn't really backing up. This over here is backing up a bit. That's for sure. That's kind of exciting, actually. I mean, I'm not shocked by this, in all honesty.
Tech cameras. If you want the best.
So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take this section out. This has always been a little bit awkward. And we are going to build in this here, like that.
They're tools.
And then we're going to build in this, like that.
The one that you're afraid to take outside.
And I think perhaps
Only the best.
we do this. Something like that.
I'm Al at Cities Radio, and I just wanted to thank you for
Maybe.
taking a break from listening to all
I'm not sure that'll actually clean it up,
You know, the honking, barking,
but
yelling,
it might help.
jumping, to listen to the true sounds of the city right here on Cities Radio. We'll be playing the best music from around the globe all afternoon.
Just thinking here.
So stay where you are and don't go
Previously,
away.
this was it essentially went like this. The major difference here is that we have this road going the same direction as these one-ways. Okay, I want to look at the signage here.
We also know it's what's in the car that is more important than the car
Okay.
itself. And that's why it can also
We would do
carry
maybe
up to
something like
300
this.
kilograms of human, animal, or consumer goods car. The climate control device.
Although I'm thinking about maybe making this be a stoplight. And that one not being a stoplight. Almost for sure. We should for sure have a situation where this yields. Like 1,000,000%. Okay. So we'll allow that. And actually, there was a comment that I saw about turning off the day-night cycle because it makes it a little bit hard to see. And mouse light intensity during night. But yeah, I'll just turn off the day-night cycle for the sake of visuals. There we go. Of course, in terms of the gameplay, it's actually still there, but that's all fine. Okay, so this just turned green. These guys should all start going. I don't know why this lane is stopping. You've got a green light. Why aren't you going? You don't need to stop. Just keep going, buddy. Just keep going. Okay, that's a little bit exciting, to be sure. I would prefer that they didn't do that, but okay. That's what they're going to do. That's what they're going to do. So we can definitely continue zoning in this hub down here. And we've got a little bit of commercial demand right now. We can put in some commercial over here. And that should satisfy that commercial demand for sure. A little bit of industrial demand as well. We'll just do something like that. Wonderful. Let's look at our power situation over here. Okay. This power line is no longer necessary. Gonna remove that. These power lines, unfortunately, are still necessary. I'd really prefer that they weren't, but alas, here we are. So we can see that there's definitely a lot of pedestrian traffic over here. And I want to actually look at the metro situation. Okay, we may want to make our metro loops like we made in the other hubs. So essentially, I'm just thinking here. This would come in like up here. We would want to curve it in kind of like this. It would come up over here adjacent. And then, yeah, I really don't like this last curve. I really don't like that last curve. Bring it in like this. Or this would work. And then this one, we would want it to connect in up over here. And then we would simply create ourselves a line that goes like this. Excellent. And then we do another one down here. That would be very, very similar. It would connect in there and then connect in probably somewhere up here. And then we create a line here and it would come down like this. We're not going to have it go the other direction as well, I don't think. Actually, we could probably get away with that here, couldn't we? I don't know how much congestion this will create on these train lines, but
Warning. Experts predict an earthquake could hit the area soon.
Okay, that's going to be exciting. Okay. Bring it on. We have an earthquake sensor, right? Actually, we don't. We definitely should get one. And that is... Let's see here. Are you the earthquake sensor? Yes, you are. We do have one. It's over here, but it doesn't really give us full-on coverage. I'm going to put another one over here, as well as another one... Actually, we do have reasonable coverage, but I'm going to put one, like, over here. Do those need power? I'm not sure that they do. Okay, so the earthquake is going to hit here. That's probably going to destroy our train infrastructure, do some damage over here. I'm actually going to preemptively move our solar power plant to there. Okay. That does, of course, mean that this section of power line is no longer necessary. So let's get that out of there. Okay, here comes our earthquake. What do we got?
An earthquake is occurring. Don't panic and wait for help if you are in the affected area.
So far, this doesn't seem too bad. Has it broken our train tracks? Possibly. Although I don't think it has. Oh yeah, that metro station. It's very hard to construct while the ground is shaking. Okay, Mr. Earthquake, are you done? I think he's done. Let's check in on our train track. Yes, we did indeed lose this section of track. But that's not bad to rebuild. Okay. Sounds good. And we want to upgrade this like so. There we go. And this section over here is actually not one way. Very awkward. So we'll get this upgraded. Like so. That's apparently slope too steep. Very awkward indeed. We'll take that out of there and just see about building it in, I guess, like that. That's not how I intended to do it. I intended to use a curve, but I guess that's close enough. Wonderful. Okay, so that didn't really do all that much damage, in all honesty. I'm going to leave the solar power plant where it is, I think. And yeah, I mean, we've got our disaster response unit here. We had a couple buildings collapse, but overall, this wasn't too bad. Now, I am going to smooth this back out. And we're just going to do something like this. Wonderful. So yeah, we'll just smooth it right back out. Bring that in a little bit and have it be like that. Restoring it back to its natural-ish state. I have a feeling that this patch here will always remain as a bit of a scar, but overall, not too shabby. I like it. So this building over here is safe to be demolished. If I'm on the right level. There we go. Excellent. And we have a little bit of abandonment over here. Get rid of that. What is this issue? Not enough educated workers. Okay, let's check. Yeah, we definitely need more elementary schools. So let's put one in right here. We're going to need another one at least. I wouldn't mind just slapping that one in right there. And once that comes online, okay, I would like to have, I think, one more. Perhaps place that somewhere like over here. Okay. That should do the trick. Checking in on our university. We're fine for university. Our high school, we could definitely use another high school. Do we have one down here? Yes, we do. I think that we should have one perhaps up over here. Like that. There we go. That'll bump up our high school capacity. And we don't really have anybody using our... Well, we don't actually have a public library. We should maybe get one. Which one of these is the public library? This one. I'm going to position that perhaps somewhere over here. There we go. We get ourselves a public library. Absolutely wonderful. Now we have a little bit of demand for industrial, so we will toss in a little zoning here. Boy, that's quite the train delivery that came in. Fantastic. This, of course, is guaranteed to be supplied by train over here. It has to be supplied by train. So that's okay. We do have a little bit of demand for residential as well. And we'll put that in like there. This should probably be office. But residential can come down over here. I'm not sure about some of these changing this coastline. Some of them will change the coastline. Like these for sure. This one probably. Some of these may or may not. And I don't know what the answer is to whether those will change the coastline or not. We'll just get this area zoned in. Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. This changing of the hill here is a little odd, and I'm just suddenly noticing the film grain, and I can't stand it. Film grain amount, let's turn that down a little bit. That's better. Having a little bit is okay, but that was just a little much. Excellent. So it looks like there's still some additional demand for office. So we'll put that in over here. Wonderful. Let's check in on our healthcare situation here. We're doing absolutely fine on that front. Absolutely fine. The university is on fire. We have fire down here, don't we? Pretty sure we do. Actually, yeah, we do. It's a little ways away. I think I'm going to put in another firehouse up on this side. So, like, right there. Okay. Something along those lines. Again, an elevated pedestrian footpath would be very good here. But oh well. Just gonna try to clear out Twitter here. I do wish there was a clear all button, but unfortunately there is not. Okay. So this should be good to go. Do we have a fire helicopter depot? Yes, this should be a fire helicopter depot. Okay, so that should fight this fire over here in theory, if this doesn't go out on its own. Yeah, here comes the fire helicopter. Returning to depot. Perfect. With a full water bucket. Just what we always wanted. Okay. Well, what we can do is we can put in a Firewatch Tower over here. And this would definitely be a good place to put one. We want to preserve these forests. So we do kind of something like this. That should do the trick. At least down here. Now we can put in a couple more up over this direction. About like that. Excellent. Very nice. And we may as well put one down over here as well. Okay. So we are now fighting this fire with our helicopters. We may actually want a second fire helicopter depot down over on this side. And I think that would be pretty useful for us. We could put that in, say, here. Yeah. I think that'll be good. I mean, we're going to need additional help fighting this fire, right? So that'll be good. Ah, we're missing power over here. Of course we are. Of course we are. There we go. We'll get some power to the fire helicopter depot. And those helicopters are heading out to fight the forest fire. Excellent. Now, one thing I'm a bit unclear on. Can we replant these trees? Actually, yeah, we absolutely can. We would definitely be able to do that. So, like... But it looks like they'll also regrow, potentially. Potentially. It's very cheap. Never really worked with the tree system in City Skylines before. Ah, I see. It's because of the ecology over here. Gotcha. So they just have like a fertility to the zone, a fertility map sort of thing. That makes sense. Over time, this should then restore back, in theory. Fire helicopters, definitely doing some work here. And that's pretty great. Yeah, they'll have that fire out in no time. Perfect. And this forest should, I believe, regrow. Vegetation, rocks, water structure. Oh, we can put in our own rocks. Exciting. We can put a rock in a rock. Okay. We're not going to do that. That's kind of a dumb thing to do. One thing we should definitely think about is getting another hub going.
We care about three things. Tree things, nature things,
I think I'm going to hold off on that for another episode, but I'm definitely considering it. I mean, we're going to want a hub over here for sure, and it's very foggy right now, I think. If we come in here, yeah, it's pretty foggy. It's not super foggy, I suppose. We've got some dead people waiting for transport up here. Okay, let's take a look at our crematorium situation over here. Yeah, that is definitely the case. Okay, we'll put in a crematorium like right here. And I think there was another one as well. Yes, up here. Well, this one does have good coverage already. There's a hearse on the way over. So that should be just fine. Yep, they're picking it up now as we speak. As far as this 6th citizen up here goes, well, let's take a look at coverage.
At the old grain mill, old-fashioned family restaurant.
No ambulances in use. Perfect. Okay.
Well,
Well,
best home-style meals in town.
That'll hopefully get solved on its own. Only 86 students at our university. I suspect it's probably because of the location. We should probably think about creating a straight-up university hub with the university district system. I think that's something that we should think about, for sure. So essentially what that would end up looking like is we just have probably a generic university. I don't think we'd do any specialized universities. So I think just generic. And we would want to put in... And we need a campus area for that. So we would want this to be... Let's see, which one of these? It's this one. No office specialization. Okay. Leisure specialization, tourism, blah, 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 blah. It must be in here. Yeah, that's the campus area there. So what if we were to put our campus area, like, say, up here? And we'll just do that as a, like, temporary sort of thing. Okay, so that would be our campus area, in theory. So now we would be able to put in our university admin building. And that would have to go, like, somewhere up here, for example. Like that. Okay, and then we would probably want to demolish this university. Okay, so something along the lines of that. Let's go ahead and rezone this area. Wonderful. And then we'll come down here, and this is going to be a bit of a project. We're not going to get this finished this episode, I believe. But we can put in a university path here. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this out like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like that. Actually, I'm going to take it out 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So right here. With this being the center point. And then we're going to take this out 1, 2, 3. Like that. And then this out 1, 2, 3. Okay. So something along the lines of this. Then, what are we going to do? Well, we're going to bring this in about like this. And these are, of course, footpaths. So we'll bring this up like so. And then in like so. That doesn't feel right. You know why? It's because this isn't centered. This is meant to be brought in more along the lines of here. But that space already occupied. So, how do we want to do this? Well, we could remove this section and just offset the whole thing. And I think that's what I'm going to do. So, we're going to bring this out to here and connect it in like that. Excellent. And then I'm going to bring this over to, like, where would this be? This would be here and connect it in like that. Actually, I want it to be like half a block. Where this is like centered. So I want to remove this. And we want this to be... This goes out 1 block here. So that's 108, or rather 200 is 1 block. So we'll bring this out 100 here and 100 here. This is just a measuring stick. Okay, so we'll connect that in like that. And we'll bring that up like so. Excellent. And then I'm going to take all of this out. There we go. This is feeling much better. I want to check length here. Okay, this length is going to have to be potentially modified. Let's see. Yeah, because this is half a block. That's correct. This is correct. Okay, so we bring this out 2.5, which should be, what, 500 for the construction cost? Yes, it should be 500. Okay, so this one comes out 500 as well, and then this comes out 500, and 200, and then 500. Perfect. So at this point, we can now bring this in like this. Wonderful. That's going to remove that rock. I'm okay with that. And then a straight line like that. It's going to be a little bit different from our other hubs, but that is completely okay. And with that, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we are going to work a fair amount, actually, on our campus area. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.